Hey, good morning. So I just found a profitable product and I wanted to share it with you and go through the process and what I do next, right? So you can see here what I've done. Let me go and kill this. So this is, again, the latest email that I got from Menards this morning. And I've looked at a few of these, but this was the one that I quickly found. And I found this for sale at Amazon, okay? So if I look at the Amazon listing, you can see here, and I looked at um, how many are being sold and using the variations area in SellerAmp. Here, I can zoom in here. The variations area in SellerAmp. And the only one that really is being sold is this black marble finish out of the variations. And I mean, I wish it was selling the white one because it's way more expensive. But anyway, $17.99. And quickly putting in the numbers here, my cost for this product is $2.99. Um, $2.99 sale price. We're gonna fill the orders ourselves this time. And if I estimate, you know, uh, a $7 shipping or so, uh, I'd get, around a 29% profit margin. Um, I mean, I mean, I would say it's a pretty good return, right? So I mean, making about $5 profit per unit. So we're gonna go ahead and buy a lot of these from Menards. And so I've placed my order, and the next thing I do is I actually go into our Seller Central account, and we're gonna go ahead and add that. And so what I do is, you can see here, I'm in here, I'm gonna add product, and I add product, I'll just put in the ASIN, oops, put in the ASIN here. So I'll quickly go back here, and I can copy the ASIN really quickly right from SellerAmp. You can see right here, this is where the ASIN is located. I copy the ASIN, then I jump back to my portal, and I'm going to add product. Now, if I go ahead and add the ASIN, hit search, I can sell it. There's no approval needed. I'm going to go and select this. And one thing I look to is there only one other offer, one other person that's actually selling this particular product. And so this one I can sell. I'm going to go ahead and choose to sell it as new. And we're going to click sell product. This actually creates the listing. It's super simple. The next thing that I typically do is I click over here, right, where it says all attributes. I want to go ahead and make sure that I see other attributes that are here, such as handling time. Now, what I want to do is this is actually just putting a placeholder in the list of all my inventory because I don't actually have inventory yet. I just placed the order on in this case at Menards. So I will get this in about, 3, 4 days or something. So I'm going to go ahead and again, add my own stock keeping unit. This SKU can be whatever you want it to be to manage this particular product within your business system. And since I'm going to actually just use it as the ASIN, I can use that same number. Again, a lot of times this makes sense for larger establishments, or if you're using your own private label, that type of thing. It's pretty easy to do it. If you don't put that in there, Amazon just creates a random SKU. Not a big deal at this point. Again, quantity, now I purchased 24 of them. I'm actually going to put in 0 because, again, this is a holding, um, basically just a placeholder until I get them in stock. I could put handling time, and I could put the quantity in there and a handling time of like 5 days or so, but we don't know. It has happened where Menards won't get the full quantity or something happens. So I just want to make sure that I have the placeholder in here, and this will be changed once I get it in stock. So again, my price, I'm going to sell this $17.99 is what I'm selling it for. Actually, what I'm going to do, and this is a trick too, kind of a tip that I've used this to get more sales, is I'll put my price of $19.99, but then I'll put it a sale price of $17.99. This means that when the customer goes to that listing on Amazon, it's actually going to show the price with a cross through it saying you're going to save so much percent on that sale price. So they get this feeling of a deal. They get this feeling of urgency. you basically you're going to buy this on sale. So I found that that does definitely help. My sale date, again, I'll just put today, and then I'll have this on sale for about a month or so. Typically, that's what I do. Next thing, how are we going to sell this? Well, we want to sell a brand new inbox unit. So we're going to say brand new. And then our tax code, we're going to leave that blank for now. We're going to go back through all these settings later on. Next thing I do, and again, you can skip a lot of this. We're going to go down to the bottom here, and this is the fulfillment channel is what we got to focus on. Are we going to ship this into Amazon, or are we going to ship this ourselves, right? Of course, it says recommended ship into Amazon because, not only are they going to give us, they're going to fulfill the orders, they're going to provide customer service with returns, everything else, but it's an additional, um, they're going to charge you more because they're going to have warehouse storage fees, a fulfillment fee, um, plus the commission, right? So it's really, you have to have a pretty broad margin to make the fulfillment by Amazon work. So we're going to say merchant fulfilled at this point. And again, I'm sure we will have product that we're going to ship in, but at this point, we're just going to say we're going to ship this ourselves. And I'm going to hit save to finish. Now this just created a placeholder in the list of all of um, my inventory, and it takes about 15 minutes for it to show up here in the list. So that's how we quickly add that product. But I want to show you the just a quick spreadsheet that I've created just to easily see in a glance uh, our margins and our profit. So again, here's that. Um, I can zoom in here a little bit here. So this is that cutting board set. You can see a set of 4 cutting boards. This is the ASIN I put in there. Selling price $7.99. Actually, our price was $2.99. The 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 estimated fee for Amazon is about $2.70 a unit. I estimate we could ship this to the client at about $8 or so, and then our profit $4.30 per. So that's still a 24% margin for this particular product. And then if I want, I can quickly just tap in how many I purchased, so I know this particular lot I'll make $103 for 24 of these, right? So it's a quick way to just see, well, how much profit I can make per order. And so that's one way that we can do that. And I just use this. It's basically the same numbers. If I go back to that listing, so if I go back to that listing here, I think it's right here. It's basically the same numbers that you see right here, but I just put it in a easy to manage spreadsheet because I can quickly change numbers on the fly. I can see it at a list. It's just kind of easier for me. But you can see here, um, uh, see if I scroll down, there you go. FBM, 10.99. Actually, we'll probably say $8 shipping. Um, and then you can see where the cost is coming from. Oops, no, fees. Sorry, fees. This is where the fees are coming from, right? So the referral free, the referral fee, which is basically Amazon's commission. So 270 a unit, plus you see my shipping cost of what I've put in there. And so that's how I've kind of determined that. So again, profit margin 23%. Again, very, very close to what I had in my spreadsheet. I'm a little bit off, but again, it wasn't exact. And again, I'm sure Amazon does some other funky magic there. Anyway, so that's again a quick demonstration of like purchasing that product, um, and then being able to identify, well, how much I'm going to make, 24% margin. And again, if this sells relatively quickly, I could purchase more if it's still on sale at Menards, which I've done several times in the past. And another thing that I like to look at too, if you look at the actual Menards listing, is how many they have. So you can see here they have 535 available. This was really important when I was selling um, these like stabilizer bars for your bathtub for like senior citizens, or if you're going through rehab and you need like something stable to grab onto as you get in and out of the bathtub. I purchased them probably, I don't know, we sold hundreds of them. Um, trying to think, I probably got 4 pallets of them. And I started by purchasing 6 and then 12. And then we are purchasing, 50, 60 at a time, which they would palletize them for me and wrap them up. And I could see when I was making the purchases, they had 2,000 available, then they had 900 available. So you could see how many they had available from the fulfillment center. And typically that's in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, like I mentioned before. So anyway, and also don't forget, every order that you place within Menards right now, you're gonna get um, a rebate check, right? Because I'm using the price of $2.99. Again, my sale price was actually $3.36, but I get this 11% rebate that I have to send into Menards. But again, it really works because you're gonna get that rebate check back with all of those sales that you send in. And like I said, I've had rebate checks that I get for hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I use for the next batch of inventory. The only thing, and again, we're going to kind of walk through that together. The only thing is the rebate checks, you wouldn't be able to use the rebate when you purchase online. You still have to go into the store to use the rebate, which we'll walk through that process as well. We've done that in the past, and we'll document that as well. I'll probably have to, I don't know, I'll find someone to film me as I do that. I don't know, I feel kind of weird holding the camera and walking to the special order desk and going through it. Anyway, thanks for following along. This was one example of a product. We'll come back with another product later on. And have a great day. Happy selling.